this was a 200-year-old cabin, and so Curly was killed. They all get to go together. Hey y'all, I'm Amy. Welcome back to the farm. This morning we're gonna go pick some dandelions. The past couple of days it has been raining, it has been cold, it has been just bleh weather. And we got up this morning to beautiful sunshine. It's not super warm right now. It's in the low 50s, but it's supposed to get up to like the mid 60s today. And then we've got some more warmer days coming. And so we're gonna go enjoy some sunshine and pick some dandelions. Last week we picked some dandelions a little bit, and I made a batch of dandelion jelly for the first time ever. Y'all, that was the first time I ever had dandelion jelly in my life. It was so good. Dandelion jelly tastes like, it's kind of got a honey taste to it, but it's very light and it tastes like springtime and honey, and it was really good. And I didn't can it because I just made a few jars and I put them in the refrigerator. And y'all, we have so many dandelions out here. I'm like, I'm not wasting this. This is too good. So we're gonna go out here, we're gonna pick a whole bunch of dandelions, and then I'm going to make and can some dandelion jelly. Now, with dandelions, I make it a tea, and it has to sit for 24 hours before you turn it into jelly. So in this video, I won't be making the jelly. We're just gonna pick the dandelions. But in another video, I'll show you how I make the jelly. Alright y'all, I hear you babies. So we finished picking the dandelions, and then I spent a couple of hours y'all, getting the petals separated from the green part, because you don't want the green part of the little blossoms. And then I put it in some hot water. It's going to soak for 24 hours, and then I'll do the it's called dandelion tea, and then you use that strained to make the jelly, which I will do that tomorrow, and I plan on videoing that. So we did that, and then it was lunch, and now I am headed over to the Chicken Daddy farm. I have Toby right here. Can you see him? There's Toby. He's I'm holding his collar. He's in the passenger seat, and then I've got the 3 boys in the back. It is time for their vaccines, and I don't have all this stuff to do it. These are my first babies. So I asked my friend Miriam if she would like let me pay her to like bring them to her, and she can perform the vaccinations, not perform the vaccinations, give the vaccinations. And she said absolutely. So that is what we're doing today. I'm taking these 4 babies to get their shots, and then it's beeping at me because now we're on the dirt road. It's beeping at me because it thinks that Toby should be buckled. Toby, should you be buckled? Tobe, here. Let me show you Tobe. Tobe! It's okay, y'all. I'm on a little back road. It's okay. I can let go for a second. Anyway, we're gonna go do this real quick, and then we'll be back at the farm. Yes. What do you think, Tobe? It won't hurt. You'll be fine, I promise. No, just good. We're on it. Oh, goodness. well, y'all. The boys did really good and it was quick, easy, got that done. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show y'all some of the things that I've got growing in my garden beds here, and then we'll go over there and we'll see Bear. Now this bed here is my carrots, and if you've been here for a while, you know that this is to keep the cats out of the carrots. Let's see here. There's some weeds that I need to pull. These, y'all, these are dollar weeds, and once you get them, you're not gonna get rid of them. It's just not gonna happen. So we grow along with the dollar weeds. That's just how it has to be here. But look, so many carrots coming up. They are, this side is gonna be an orange carrot, and then over here on this side, I've got a purple carrot. Now, over here, these are supposed to be onions, and my germination rate has not been ideal with these. As you can see, you can't really see because there's not really much anything there. So I don't know if maybe I had an issue with ants, which there weren't any ants in here at all, or maybe, I don't know, maybe the temperature hasn't been right for them to germinate yet, but nothing really there. Now over here, this is my radishes. These are doing fantastic. Alongside of the radishes in here, I've got some broccoli plants going, and then I planted a few. Keeping cats out of here has proved challenging. In there I've got some cauliflower, purple cauliflower, and over here I have planted just a few cabbage. There's some there, there's some here, just a few cabbages. I don't know if they have time before the hot weather gets here to really do well, but we'll see. I recently did a video on starting my peppers and tomato seeds, and what I have over here is a spot where I'm going to put some of my tomatoes. Now, you can't plant tomatoes and peppers where you've had potatoes or carrots or root vegetables like that. You're not supposed to. But I do have them fairly next to each other. These two rows, here and here, is where I've planted my potatoes. And I prepared these two rows that have the weed fabric on them for my tomatoes. Not all of them. This is just going to be one of the new areas that I'm going to try them this year. Now, I have done, let me set you down for a second. Berenger, just a minute. I have done tomatoes all over the place in the past, all around here, and I haven't done them here yet. If you were here a little while back, I know I have several new viewers. Thank y'all for being here so much. I really appreciate it. It's not a couple months, it's been maybe a month ago, I did a video on this whole area here. This was a 200-year-old cabin that was on this property that has been in my husband's family since the late 1700s, and it had fallen down, and there was just some bottom beam pieces and things left here, all grown up and stuff. Berenger, hang on, baby. Patience, dear. So we cleaned all that up. We found some treasures in here. And then we got it all tilled because it's on slightly higher ground than other places. We live right next to a swamp, so in this area really holds water. So as you can see, like all this behind me, that's all water. Puddles of water, because we had rain day before yesterday and yesterday, 2 days straight. It's just a lot of water, but higher ground. So I decided to put my tomatoes in 2 rows back here. Now what I did to prepare my rows before I put weed fabric down, Brian plowed it, then he made the rows, and I went ahead and planted my potatoes because it was actually past time for that. And then I prepared the 2 rows for tomatoes. I dug them out. I put in rabbit manure. I put in eggshells. One of y'all had suggested Epsom salt. Y'all, I forgot about Epsom salt. That's the one thing that I haven't done for my tomatoes over the past couple of years that I've had issues with. And I had already put in all my amendments, covered it, put the fabric down, stapled all that down when I got that comment about the salt. I was like, oh yeah, well, that would have been good to add as well, but that's okay. I can possibly side dress that later. But anyway, I'm going to put up some rows of hog panel back here because most of my tomatoes that I'm growing are indeterminates, and that'll give them something to grow up. So I'm going to try some here. I'm going to try some over there. I'm going to try some over there. So lots of different areas, and we're going to see how it goes, what happens. We're going to really, really hope and pray that it does well, because please, I love tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Okay, Bear, I'm coming. I'm coming, Bear. I'm coming. There he is. All right, y'all. Bear here is doing very well. He's doing fantastic. He is healthy and happy and Willow, that is unnecessary. Be nice. He's doing fantastic, y'all. His training is going as well as you would expect from, you know, a puppy. He killed one of my chickens. Here's the thing. I obviously don't let him with any of the animals unless he's supervised, because he's still a puppy and he still likes to play. And so he's great with the goats. I can put Batman and Annabelle and Toby over here on this side with him. Does great with goats. It's the chickens mostly that I worry about. The chickens and Willow, because Willow still has her babies in there and she is super protective. She's also a very large goat and I don't want her to hurt him at all. So until the boys are gone, I'm not even gonna do that. We're not even gonna risk anything there, because she's not been used to dogs. The next time that she has babies, she'll have been with him and have been used to him, and things will be different. But for right now, we're not going to take any chances. But all my chickens are put up except for 3. I have Bob Ross. He was Naked Neck Polish that y'all helped me name. And then I have Curly, who's a white Polish girl. And then I have Pickles. Willow, what is your deal? Willow, why are you being mean to him? Put Toby back in there, and ever since then she's acted all upset. He's back in there. So Pickles can't go through this fencing. The other 2, Bob Ross and Curly, could just fly right over. And they were able to fly. They were very skittish of like dogs and stuff. And as much as I hadn't put them up yet, because the chicken tractor that I was going to put them in, I'm using for him. And I couldn't stick them in with the big chickens yet because Curly is just too young to put in with a big rooster. And then Charles, of course, probably would have fought Bob Ross pretty bad. So I had just let them be out, and Curly flew into this side, and this little guy thought it was a play toy, and I wasn't out here at the time, and so Curly was killed. Yes. See, it was a lesson moment. It was a lesson moment. But y'all, he's a puppy. He has to learn. And while I open this gate, okay, so what I do is I put Willow away, leave the babies out, put Willow away, and then I open this middle gate and he goes over there and this side. They both get both sides and they get to spend time together every day. And he would be over there with the other 3 chickens that were over there, and he would learn and he would chase and he would get told that's a no-no, and he listens very well. There is no, I don't train by hitting. It's just a firm no, redirection, and then praise for correct behavior. So he was doing really good. Like when I would tell him no with that voice and he'd look at me and he'd stop, then it's like absolutely praise. That's wonderful. Yay, good boy, you listened. So that's how we do it. And he was doing fantastic. He's, you know, but obviously, he's still a puppy. So we're trying to avoid situations like that yet because he doesn't know better yet. He's a baby. He's just a baby. And he just thought it was a chew toy. Yes, you did. You thought it was a chew toy. Okay, I'll see how fast that sun is setting. I just answered a phone call real quick, and like just like that, 2 minutes later and the sun's down. Another thing that I have been doing with him is I've been taking him out on a leash and showing him like perimeters where he's allowed to go in the distance that he's allowed to, and then my other 2 dogs, Rex and Ruby, go out also, and they're 4 years old. They're fully trained. They know where they're allowed to go and where they're not allowed to go, and they listen, and he watches and he learns from them as well. Also, one of the things that I was going to tell y'all was that you are going to see the kids in here messing with him, and that is because I have decided that I know there's a lot of different methods and a lot of different ways that people train their dogs. Well, I don't want to worry about him with my kids. I want him to protect my children as much as he would protect the goats. And so the kids are going to be around him, and the kids are going to be dominant over him, and he's going to submit to the children, and he's going to learn that they're his babies too. Because the way I have it set up here is my kids come out and play with the goats. They're always out here. And I do not want a situation where he thinks he has to defend the goats from the children. And I don't want a situation where something comes up and he sees the children as a threat. I want him to protect the goats and the children. So that's what we're working towards. Hey, Joe, I'm gonna go feed up. And I just walked past the front of the house. It smells so good. Brian is grilling gator burgers tonight. Yeah, you heard me right. Gator burgers. He takes the gator meat and he grinds it up like you would ground beef and makes burgers. They're really good. Really good. All right, Lacey, you want to grab the eggs, please? Okay, that olive one is Julieta, the naked neck. She's part Easter egger. I'm in the middle of putting up the boys. I put the other 2 up. Oh goodness. Oh, you're so big, S'more. Okay, come on, you gotta go up for the night. Your brothers are already fussing. Okay. Alright, come on. Come on. There you go. See, it's not so bad in here. Yeah, there's your sun feed. Hi, babies. Sweet babies. Okay, we've got the heat lamp on in here tonight because it's supposed to be chilly. So, if I didn't mention it already, these 3 boys, they all have a new home, and Rocky, that's my hair. And they are all going together. They all get to go together, and they will always be together. S'more here is going to be weathered. Dudes, come on. Rocky there is going to be staying intact. He will be their buck. And then Boom Boom will also be weathered. Dude, come on. There's Boom Boom. So Boom Boom and S'more will be fixed and Rocky stays intact. Oh my goodness. And that happens when they're about 8 weeks old. And then after that, they will be going to their new home together. All right, y'all, chores are done, and I'm gonna go inside and eat myself a burger. So until next time, keep on the sunny side.